Hello, hello, hello. If you've already read the title, then you know what this video is about. It's going to be about me just reviewing a few different clippers that I've been using and just wanting to give my opinion. I've seen different barbers and cosmetologists and, people who just do men's styling give their reviews on a few of the clippers I'm going to talk about today. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. If not, no, I'm kidding. Well, that was ugly. Okay, so I do have the Andis BGRCs, and I don't have them cordless, so they're still corded. And for those of you who don't know, or I guess searching the clipper, still researching the clipper, it's a detachable blade clipper. So that means that it comes with, I can't even switch around my camera. My phone's not that high tech. Ooh, my forehead busting right now. But so it comes with these metal guards that blah, 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 attach on to the clipper. So you can get different sizes. It just depends. I have a 3 3/4 blade all the way down to sorry about that, all the way down to a 5/0. And I did just want to talk a little bit, I guess, about what I like to use these for, in a way. So if a guy comes in and he says, I want a number 4 on the side, I usually don't give them a number 4. I give them a 3 3/4 because I feel like first of all, it gives me a chance to use my clipper. These are my main clippers. Actually, let me get those out that I use. So this is it right here, and mine's is corded, but I have like a little cord protector on it so it doesn't get tangled up as much. And this is what it looks like on the inside, and you dust mine off. And then you just attach the blade onto here, hit the button, you're ready to go. This button down here makes it cordless, which you have to buy that separately, and that's about $200. So anyways, if they ask me for a 4, I do a 3 3/4 because not only does it give me a chance to use my main clipper, I just think that with that extra little bit gone, it looks so much better. To me, a number 4, unless your hair just lays completely flat to your head, to me it kind of looks, it doesn't look all the way done sometimes. If that makes sense. Like it just looks to me like a smidget already grown out, even though I just put my clippers on it. So I'll usually do a 3 3/4. That's just how I feel. That's my opinion. And then I have a 3.5. Whenever a guy asks me for number 3, I use that because they say that metal blades hit closer, so it has a closer cut, so it feels shorter. So I do use that. If a guy says he wants a 3.5, I'll still use 3.5. No one complains. I do find that if I put my 2 on a lot of guys, not a lot of them, but some of them will speak up and be like, is that a 2? Because it looks a little bit shorter. Yes, it really is. I don't know. I just feel like it gives it a super clean cut, so they just feel like it's so much shorter, but it's really not. And then, it goes down from a 2, 1.5. And then I have a blade that's in between a 1 and a 1.5, which is Andis calls it a 1A. So a 1 is a 2.4 millimeter, and a 1.5 is a 4 millimeter. So it's kind of like right in the middle of that, and I feel like it gives my tapers an extra blend, like an extra. How do I want to say that? It gives it an extra. I don't know. I just feel like it gives it like a little extra pop. It's not just like a 1-2 blend. It goes 1A, 1.5. Then you hit them with the 2, so there's more of a fade, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I use my 000s when a guy says he wants a super shaver fade or a skin fade or whatever. And then a lot of times, how you'll use the super shaver and you'll kind of get that you'll get that line. Sometimes you'll create another line. So I find that if I do that, I can hit it with my 5-0 blade and the line goes out. Look at me. This is supposed to be a review and I'm already all over the place. So that's that. And it comes in this nice little case. So when I got it, I bought the set and I got all the blades except for 2 and I got the clipper and it was around 400 bucks. And that's my main clipper. I love that. Like if I had to tell anybody to invest in any clipper, that would be the clipper. I love that clipper. It's so fast. It moves through the hair like butter. I don't have to think about it. It doesn't matter how nappy, how fine your hair is. You're going to be able to just move. Just move. And I don't like, another reason why I don't, sorry, it's getting hot out here. Another reason why I don't mind using a clipper where I have to put a plastic guard on it, but I find that if I use my metal guards, I get such a cleaner, sorry, y'all, I've been watching this little dog. It's trying to act like it's about to come over here on my side. It feels so good today. I find that just when I use a metal guard, the haircut just looks sharper. It looks a lot cleaner. You know, you can make obviously a haircut look good that has a guard on it, obviously, and it can look just as nice of a haircut, but I just feel like whenever I use those, it's just so sharp, it's so clean. It's kind of like to me using a butter knife versus a steak knife or a sharp knife. You know what I mean? It's going to be such a cleaner cut, such an easier, and then it makes the task easier, I guess is what I'm trying to say too. I feel like I can just zoom through a haircut with those clippers. And then I have these, I don't know how everyone likes to say it, Babyliss. These clippers right here. I have the rose gold ones. And I really, really, really like these. I really like these. I like these because, you know, a lot of people complain about the notching on the side, but I find that even, and you know what, most of the people that complain about the notching on the side, I would say for the most part on here, it seems like they're senior or master barbers, so that makes sense. They're just so used to kind of doing their own thing, you know. So maybe that does kind of get in their way. But I feel like even if I know exactly where to move my lever and it's not on a clipper that has notches, the notches makes it so much easier to blend. I don't even have to think about it. You go in, hit it, closed. Then hit it one more time. So you're starting like this, then you're fading. Boom, 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 done. It's so easy. I fade so much quicker. I can fade out the bottom of my skin fade so much quicker when I use these clippers. These are the clippers that I use to usually do my skin fades. Plus, I use all my tools on my haircut, so for the most part. So I definitely love that about it. I love the fact that it's cute. Obviously, you know, it's really nice. I feel like the charge lasts for a long time. I used these clippers one time, and I kind of was working shorter shifts when I was testing this out. But I had probably worked about 3 shifts, at least 25 hours altogether maybe, and they were going dead the whole time. I don't know if y'all heard me. I just turned it on real quick. So oops. But they were going dead the whole time, and I still was able to use them. Now, I did have to definitely move a little quicker, you know, but I did notice that. I was like, dang, even when it's going dead, it lasts for so long because I may use these on a haircut, but I don't use these usually to blend. I'll use it to do my bottom if I use these, and then I'll use my BGRCs to blend. And I only use these clippers to do with skin fades and to do half tapers. And if someone is using a guard, no, if someone is getting a length where the guard is going to be higher than a number 4, then I have to attach something onto here. So like a 5 and up, that's when I'll use these. Otherwise, it's just half tapers and to help with my skin fades. But I mean, if I had to tell somebody to pick one or the other, I think I would definitely tell them to pick the BGRCs first, just because that's a good, like, basic, strong, heavy duty, all around clipper. Like, I love that clipper. I just wanted to say that one more time because y'all didn't hear me the first 30 times. All right, moving on. And then, too, I wanted to show you guys a couple of the other things that I have. So I do have the matching trimmers, and when I bought these, they were already modified. So they were modified, I guess, so well, or the blade's a little bit too close. So I can't really use it to line up because it cuts people. Like this week, like I was, imagine how excited I was when I first got these expensive little trimmers. I'm like, dang, I'm about to be lining everybody up with these today. Baby, I was cutting people left and right. I was like, man, it's not them. First, I'm like, y'all some little punks. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, y'all bleeding. Oh, okay. Um, and so I stopped using them to line up. But you know what I find that works really good for these? Oh my goodness. I can give somebody the cleanest, sharpest hard part you ever seen. You'll be like, I seen some straight razor. Hey, look, no shade. I didn't see some straight razor parts that don't look as clean as this. I'm talking about clean. Clean. Like, if somebody would have sold me these and told me I probably will only be using them for, hard parts now, basically, then I probably wouldn't have got it. But now that I know this works so good for them, like, they just look so clean. I'm gonna try to take some newer pictures because the only pictures I have of my work really are from long enough ago to where I've gotten better, and so I will post some pictures of my work, try to get some fresh pictures. But yeah, so these are really good for that. They're super cute. Now, once the blade gets pushed back, because I haven't done it myself yet, I think that this will be a really good trimmer, and it's super cute. People complain about the weight of it. I think it feels fine to me. I kind of like a tool that has a little bit of weight, but not too much weight. Like, I like enough weight for me to know that it's there, but not enough weight to where it's gonna hurt my hand during the day. That's how loud they are. And then I'll turn on these. I mean, I don't really mind these. Some people say it feels like they're holding a flashlight. It's too heavy. I mean, it feels fine to me. Maybe a little, like a weensy bit heavier than normal, I feel like, but it's okay. It works really good. And then here's what these sound like. So not bad. Not bad at all. And then I really don't, I wouldn't say that I really care for the Wall brand too much, but I'm starting to get a little bit into it. And my trimmers have broke a little bit ago, so my lips don't look good. My trimmers had broke a little bit ago, so I wanted to get some new ones, on the slide real quick. So I got these, and I guess these are the Wall Sterling Magic trimmers. Super quiet. Now, one thing I will say is when it comes to my trimmer, I do like that to be a little bit lighter so I can move a little bit more swift, if that makes sense. Like, I don't really care if my clipper happens to be a little heavy or heavier, but if I can move really swiftly with my liners, because I like to, this is how I do my haircuts, okay? I like to, so I'm just seeing what time I'm at, making sure I'm not talking too much. I like to get my client in the chair, get them caked. I like to do the bottom half. So if they want a four, go all the way up here to a 4 or whatever, and then I do my lining up. Then I clean the neck, and then clean up around the ears, double check everything around there, and then I go in to cut the top, and then I blend. And I feel like when I make my neck trim before everything else, my haircuts, I'm able to move faster, because the last thing when you do anything, you're going to want it to be perfect, and you're going to be sitting there and taking your fucking time. Let me make sure I get this neck trim right. Hey, look, this neck trim going to be right anyway. So I just do it. I just do it before everything else. So I'm still doing what I need to do. So if you want square, I'm still gonna make you square. I just know that I don't need to take all day doing it, because this is not the last thing. Or if that makes sense, or I feel like if I do my neck trim first, you still have it in your mind that, and I'm talking to the people who cut hair right now that are tip and hourly based. I'm not talking about a booth barber, because y'all get to move different. I'm talking about if you're relying on that tip. So right now, I work at Sport Clip, so I'm relying on that tip. So my time is really, not that your time isn't money if you're a booth renter, but your time really is money when you're only getting a tip, So I feel like when I do this, you already kind of have it in your head that I already have the rest of the haircut to go. Let me do this, knock it out, stop shitting around, get it over with, let's go. You know what I mean? So I do like these. I feel like they give you a nice crisp line. Like, okay, okay. And yeah, so that's that. I do have another clipper that I wanted to share, but it's not with me right now. It's the Andis MVLI or something, whatever. But I'll review that on another one, since I don't actually have it in front of me. But I do want to say a couple things about that clipper. I like the design of it. It's the one that has the tattoo type design. I like the design of it. I like the fact that it comes with all the guards, and they're gray. And of course they're Andis guards, but unless you have that clipper, I don't think that the guards fit any other clipper. Kind of like how wall guards, like we use wall guards at work, and so the wall guards fit the Babyliss clipper, which I thought was really cool, which is why another reason why I got it, because I'm like, dang, if I don't have my guards, I can just slap some guards on that we're using at work, So I did like that about it, but I like the fact that the Andis ones were gray. They stood out, so if I ever needed to run to the back and grab a guard, I wasn't spending my time trying to fish through all the other guards. Like, if it's gray and all the other guards are black, I got it, let's go. I like the fact that it came with a zero guard. And that definitely gives me, that's what I was trying to say earlier. It gives you another transition. A fade can already look good if you do one, zero, half, 1, 2, 3. But if you got something that's going to transition you into it already, another transition, it's going to look that much more flowy. That's why, like, a lot of times when a guy asks me for a certain number, unless I'm just really trying to move that day, or I don't really feel like they need it, I like to, if you ask me for a 2, I'll give you a half taper, just so you have something, or some type of pop in the haircut, so it's not just a number 2. You've got number 2, but then you've got your edges tapered out. You don't have to worry about a hairline, and it gives you a little bit more, class to the haircut, I feel like. So that's it. I just wanted to come on here and talk about my clippers. So you guys just comment, let me know what you think. Let me know your opinions. If you have the clippers, if you cut hair, let me know what you think about them. And yeah. So my next video is going to be a review on the Andis MVLI clipper. All right, catch you guys later. Bye.